The first thing I do in the morning is go on social media. Before I go to bed, I scroll through Instagram looking at millions of perfect people. I put my phone down, feeling down about myself. When I wake up, I do the same thing. Myself, along with millions of other people, go through a constant cycle of putting ourselves down, all because of social media. Although entertaining, social media can be physically, emotionally, and mentally damaging. We'll start with physically. According to Scott, The Dangers of Social Media and Young Dental Patients' Body Image, Dental Update in 2020, she claims that social media is a powerful competitor with sleep. She quotes, "Teenagers may be lying awake because they are not ready to fall asleep, and then struggling to disengage from social media because they don't want to miss out." I personally relate to this quote because when I put my phone down and I go to sleep, I'm constantly wondering what people are doing, who they're hanging out with, and if I can join. A study conducted by the Florida House Experience, Addiction and Mental Health Treatment in 2019, they did a study to see how many women and men body image were affected by social media. The survey included 1,000 men and 1,000 women. It found that 87% of women and 65% of men compare their bodies to images they consume on social media. I, again, agree with this study because, as I said in my introduction, when I'm scrolling through social media, I look at perfect people and I constantly compare myself to them, asking if I'm good enough compared to them. Denon, Choi, and Word, Educational Technology Research and Development in 2020, conducted an experiment on students to see if social media affected learning habits. They were asked to watch a video, and some students had access to social media, while some students didn't. They were tested on the context of the video, and the students who had access to social media did worse. Here's some steps on how to be more productive if you do have social media. Make a routine for yourself. Know when you're going to do something, how you're going to do something, and how much time you have to do something. Shut off your phone, or even turn off your internet so you don't have distractions. All of these studies have proven that social media is in fact physically damaging. And if you thought that was intense, the next damaging facts are even worse. We'll go with mentally. Depression, anxiety, loneliness. Brunner, Hemsley, Togger, Dan, and Palmer from American Journal of Speech Language Pathology in 2021 says that social media and depression are in fact connected. In several studies in teenagers and young adults, it shows that the users who spend lots of time on Instagram, Snapchat, or any other platforms have a 66% higher rate of being depressed. Now, not all people become depressed because of social media, but you may want to ask yourself, is it worth the risk of my mental health to have this app? Loneliness, self-harm, and suicidal thought. According to Hyde in 2019, he says that since the late 2000s, mental health rates in the U.S. have dramatically declined, meaning young people in the U.S. are getting more and more mentally unstable. More than 1 in 8 Americans ages 12 to 25 experience a major depressive episode, the study found. The CDC also issued reports showing that rates of suicide among young people jumped 56% from 2007 and 2016, after declining between 1999 and 2007. Now that we've wrapped up talking about social media, how social media is mentally challenging, I'm going to talk about the emotional damage of media, which in a way can kickstart the mental problems. Cyberbullying. In Patchen's 2019 study, he found that about 37% of young people between the age of 12 and 17 have been bullied online. 30% have had it happen more than once. According to Denon's Safety Net Cyberbullying's Impact on Young People's Mental Health Inquiry Report in 2019, they found that 60% of young people have witnessed bullying. Most did not intervene. Everyone has heard of cyberbullying. Most people do it because it's behind a screen, but it doesn't make the words any less hurtful. There are plenty of ways to do your part when it comes to cyberbullying in order to salvage someone's mental health. Although entertaining, social media can be physically, emotionally, and mentally damaging. And the first thing I do in the morning is go on social media.